Hi, I'm Tommy Griffiths, and I'm here to tell you that I am a history buff. Not really a buff. I'm not sure what a buff is. I would say more like a history ShamWow. I've read a biography about every president, except President Obama. I'll wait till he's done with his term to read that. I'm mostly into Lincoln. I've got Lincoln magazines. Let's see, more Lincoln magazines. Let's see, The Intimate World of Abraham Lincoln. Somebody is surmising that he was gay. Probably not. James Buchanan, the lousy president before Lincoln, who probably was gay. More Lincoln, and more Lincoln. By the way, I don't care if a president was gay or not. It's just, you just don't hear a lot about gay presidents. Quite often, people will walk up to me and say, Debbie, what exactly is your favorite topic in history or American history? And I would have to say it is the presidential politics and history, because the stories are just so bizarre. For example, the Roosevelts. Early in FDR and Eleanor Roosevelt's marriage, they had a little baby named Anna. In order to get the baby fresh air, which they thought would be a cure for the colic, they took a long pole, stuck it through the hoop of a bassinet, and dangled the bassinet out the window 10 stories from the ground, if you will, from their New York City apartment. Back in the day, in the 19th century, it was not uncommon for people to retrieve personal effects from the dead. For example, clippings of hair. A lot of people requested Abraham Lincoln's hair. I do have a sample of some hair. This is not Abraham Lincoln hair, however. This came from Mary Todd Lincoln's back. She had a big mole, and I think I paid about $800 on eBay for that. History can be very stupid as well. Take, for example, Grover Cleveland. He married his best friend's daughter. Her name was Frances, so Frances Cleveland, as soon as she turned 21. The weird thing is that Grover Cleveland was like 38 years old when she was born. Grover Cleveland may have even been changing her diapers, which is really odd. And I'm going to guess later on in that relationship, Frances was her name, was probably changing Grover Cleveland's diapers. I'll show you some photos, as a matter of fact. Where do we start? Well, here's a picture of Grover. Here's Grover Cleveland. I just love hearing the sound of the voice of, say, FDR.
A date which will live in infamy.
I think this is probably tie for the day which will live in infamy speech. You be the judge.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Anyway, here's a letter from Bill, who writes, Janice, if you could meet one person, living or dead, who would it be and why? I would have to say Ben Franklin. Seriously. He was a ladies' man, that's for sure. And I think any guy who can write an essay, and this is real, entitled Fart Proudly, and still be revered as an American statesman, is on my list as a fascinating guy that I would love to meet. And because he's a ladies' man, he would be an excellent wingman. That would be back in my single days, of course, but can you imagine walking into a bar with Ben Franklin? A lot of people will ask me, what is it that's interesting about you? What would people find the most interesting? And really, I gotta say, it is my fascination with history. You've heard the saying that people who forget history are condemned to repeat it. Well, let me tell you, people who study history are condemned to have no friends whatsoever.